Thank you so much, Trish, for that introduction. I'm so honored to be with you all today. Welcome back to ClickUp Summer School 2025 Part 2. I am Professor Anna Bullock, and I am a professor here to teach you all about custom fields. Some of you I know because I presented in webinars in the past, so if we've met before, hey, hi, how are you? If we haven't, it's so great to teach you today. I'm really excited to learn with you. And all you really need to know about me, I am a verified ClickUp consultant and lover of systems. So whenever there is a pattern, my brain loves to see it coming and love to do something with it. So to keep it simple, we're here to take information and put it into action. So your tasks that you set in ClickUp, they contain data, aka information. And that data helps you understand your work, your team, your projects, what's going on, and that also allows you to empower future action as well when you want to predict your workload and things of that nature. Custom fields are something that will help you make sense of the data and put it into action. You can do things such as, filter for certain types of information, you can sort information, you can find information, and you can build really beautiful dashboards, reports, and other items if you use custom fields properly. My personal favorite type of custom fields, had to pick, obviously I enjoy them all because I nerd out on this stuff, but I really enjoy text, as simple as a contact name when you're building a database. I love a number field. We're going to use that in our example today. A date field is lovely as well. So let's say you're producing a podcast and you need to do the recording date, the publish date, the promo date for your social media. You can set multiple dates in a field and you don't have to think about it. You can set automations to remind you of things based on those dates. You can do reporting and get everything you need about the podcast without having to go to some Google Doc and try to find what you said the publish date was of this particular episode. Another would be drop down. So think of drop downs, a list of preset items. Which fruit do you want? Apple, orange, or banana? And those are the three things we have. Those are really great when you want to categorize information or put people into groups or put data into groups. Website is a really underutilized custom field that we'll get into in this example because you can, within your ClickUp, organize your data, do what you need to do. But when you have external resources that you need to use, you can quickly link out to them. Then lastly, AI. Have a love-hate relationship with AI, if I'm being honest with you all, but I've had so much fun experimenting with AI custom fields and what they can do to save you time, especially from a project management capacity. Now, in the context of summer school, your data, think of them as students. They have a lot of helpful information. They are unfortunately stuck in detention, so we can't hang out with them. We can't go to lunch with them. They are stuck. So what we are doing is taking custom fields in ClickUp to give them a hall pass, to get them out of detention and into action wherever we want them. I believe every learning should also have a use case. So our scenario is going to be superheroes, and they need to help people all over the world, and we're going to help them do it efficiently with ClickUp. So in ClickUp, we have built the help request triage. So whenever people frantically call the help center for superheroes, we put their information here so we can disseminate all of our heroes across the globe. Just in the United States where I am alone, you can see there are at least 10 several really important incidents going on. If I look quickly, I'll see things like there are Ghostbusters who need help in Georgetown. We have a whole city in California that's vanished. So there's a lot going on. We need higher level support. Custom fields are going to help us do that. So whenever you have a ClickUp list, I'm going to zoom out for you all so you can see there are a lot of requests coming in for this team. It can be a little confusing to look at them as just a list of text. And so when we open up one of our items, this is going to be a UFO crash. So custom fields are really helpful to give us the super high level quick view of what's going on with this task. So there is the location. That's exactly where I need to send people in. There is the phone number of who originally called us. You also have add to lineup. And so lineup is a really cool tool that can allow you to filter down and say, hey, here's my short list lineup of the most important tasks of the day. For the incident date, I see that this just happened today. We also have new callers. So you'll notice that we've gotten 51,000 calls related to this incident. This is a great number custom field to use to give you an idea of what's going on. And every time there is a new caller, I can click this button, and I have set up the button action to call a webhook, and that can allow us to see now there's been 51,000 and ABx2 calls. A lot of these fields can also work together through automation. Then there's the property impact. This particular UFO caused a lot of property damage, and then AI is letting us know, hey, this is a traffic incident we've received. Here's the high level status update. And then we have resolution. I have done the first task, so it shows this is 50% complete. If we add a lot of things to the list, this obviously would be lower. There's a lot of directions you can go, but I want to really show you how you can sort information. So for example, let's say that we wanted to sort by which incidents were causing the most property damage. When we go back to our main list, we can scroll over to that property impact field. And then instead of grouping by status, we're just going to sort this entire column real quick to see what's going on. When you have an arrow sorting, that's the opposite way. I would start with the arrow going down. So we notice that we have an entire town claiming to see ghosts, and we don't know if it's delirium, we don't know if the ghosts damaged things, but this caused almost $1 billion in property damage. Another great way to use custom fields when you have them properly populated is to see what's going on in a particular category. We might just want to see the tickets that are in an active status, and then maybe the incident date is today and earlier, or realistically all of the reports are today and earlier, so maybe we just say anything that was last week maybe. And then we can say, okay, these are 3 active tasks happening right now. The incident dates, if we scroll over, we will see, okay, July 13th, 5 days ago, like what's going on? One of these is still in receive status, so I could put it into escalation so we could address it quicker. We could also take something and put it as, oh, actually, Superman got rid of all the damage from the comment and saved everyone. This was done. Let's clean this up, right? So you can filter, you can sort, and it essentially helps you take action on the data that exists. Another thing that's really helpful is that it helps you build views. So for example, maybe you want to look at a board style view, so it's a little bit easier to see, and then go through each task side by side in a Kanban type style with these custom statuses. Maybe the UFO that crashed and we got escalation, we get a report that we actually have deployed. This is incredible to help Superman, so we make sure she's indicated as an assignee, one of my favorite custom fields, and then we move it over to top support deployed. Another thing that custom fields are really helpful for is building visualizations out of your data. So when it comes to dashboards, they are the key to making dashboards work correctly. If we zoom out, this is a lot to process visually, and it can be a lot to understand. So if we want to, for example, just see what's assigned to ourselves, you'll see that we have a filter set up that the assignee is what's called me mode. And so anybody who clicks my tickets, whether that be Superman, whether that be Anna Bullock, looking at her test data, any of this stuff is going to show that it is assigned to this person. And so they can very quickly, without having to look, without having to search their name, no extra work, just see what's assigned to them. In addition to that, when we looked at our incident map in the beginning, I can very quickly, based on my location, say maybe I just want to zoom into North Carolina, see what's going on. Oh, we got 4 events not too far from each other. Let me actually look at this tornado and see what's going on. I can very quickly open the task, see, okay, this is putting support from none other than Miss Incredible, and Miss Incredible has addressed it. Maybe there's some notes. I can go get the address if I need to send someone to help her. I can say, click new caller if I got 3 more calls, look at the type of report, see what AI has to say, really just drill down while being able to quickly return to this high level view and get the information that I need. I could honestly go on for like a good 2-hour dedicated session about custom fields and teach you every little thing about them, but we don't have time for that today. So what I encourage you to do is scan the QR code, answer the call, and either scan the QR code or use the link below that I have pasted that will also be in chat. And it will allow you to try this for yourself. There will be a template so you can play with all of these events and locations and views. There will also be a tutorial in which I will explain custom fields a little bit more in depth based on the current list active on ClickUp's site right now. I really appreciate everyone's time today, and back to you, Trish.
Hi everyone, my name is Abdullah Babar and welcome to ClickUp Dashboards. Building ClickUp Dashboard is the most exciting part of my role as a ClickUp consultant and implementer. Before we even dive into the dashboard that we created for this particular webinar, we want to bring your attention to a few of the slides that we have created for you guys. If you are someone new to the dashboard world, there are 3 quick ways you can start building dashboards right away. One is going to be based on the current hierarchy that you guys have in ClickUp. So look into the list, folder spaces, and workspaces, that the overall workspace that you guys have, and think of what sort of dashboards can be built in order to monitor team progress, in order to monitor projects, in order to monitor any specific deliverables, or just an overview for executives to look into. So, what are the things that you guys have on the list level that should have a dashboard for the team to better perform or have a better eye on looking into the entire information altogether? What sort of dashboards that you guys can create on the folder level, or on the space level, or on the workspace level as a whole? Then the second thing that you can do is to think of building dashboard based on different departments that you guys have in the organization. Do you guys have a supply chain department? So there can be a dashboard for supply chain department. We will talk about the purpose later on. Just I'm giving you just the placeholders so you guys can understand what are the possibilities, what sort of possible dashboards that you guys can create, right? And this particular list that you guys see here is an example of a few dashboards that you guys can create right away for your organization. We will talk about the purpose. Again, we will talk about the purpose later on in the video. So the second part is based on your organization structure, based on different departments. So supply chain, tech, marketing, sales, whatever the case is, whatever departments that you guys have. And the third one is going to be based on what each role in your organization delivers. So, a dashboard for a marketing manager, a dashboard for operations manager, ads manager, supply chain officer, executive, C-level executive. So these are the three different categories that you guys can look into right away in order to build those dashboards. But in order to build meaningful dashboards, you have to consider three key factors that may change the perspectives that you guys have for dashboards. So the first one is the lens. The lens is the core need of your organization or yourself. What are you building dashboards for? What do you want to achieve out of those dashboards? Are you building a dashboard to track team performance, a project, overall project? So you need to have a lens in place in order to build any dashboard that you guys want to have. The second one is filters. And these filters are role-based perspective of the dashboard. Who is going to be the actual user of the dashboard? Are you a project manager who will be using dashboard in order to track project delays, inefficient timelines, capacity, or the progress itself? And the third one is the eagle eye itself. The eagle eye is a perspective that will help you build dashboard, which will give you a bird's eye view, 200 kilometers above the sea level. But at the same time, if you want to deep dive into it, you guys can see ants inside the dashboard, inside the data that you guys have. So, what are the things that you want to zoom into in the dashboard that can help you better understand the overall context, overall situation, overall progress of the projects or the company, or anything that you guys are looking for in a dashboard in particular? So, do you want to zoom into the tasks which are being delayed so you guys can understand why those delays are happening, or you guys want to looking into the work-life balance? Now, before we even jump into the dashboard, there is a context that is needed. We've built a dashboard for superheroes. So we have two dashboards. One is for the entire superhero team. They receive a lot of requests, public requests, and they have to prioritize their requests in order to be more efficient and go to the right place at the right time. And then this particular dashboard is designed for all the superheroes as a team to monitor all the requests that they receive from the public. They can see the total damages that are being done till date. They can see the tasks that are in bottleneck, overdue, active, overall task. And if they click on any of these widgets, they can also see the details of each of those data sets that we have. So they just don't have the number on a very higher level, but they can also look into specific details of who those tasks are assigned to, what those tasks are, what is the current status of those tasks, and then they can organize it based on whatever way they want. So, for example, this is filtered out based on statuses to help them understand where they are at based on different statuses, how much revenue that how much impact that is being done based on each status the tasks are on. Then we have add to line up section for the superheroes. This is where the superheroes can see the tasks which are crucial to work on for the day. The lineup functionality helps them prioritize out of all the 4400, 600, whatever the request that they receive, help them be focused on 4, 5, 6 most important requests that they need to work on for the day. Because they are a team of four, they cannot go to 15 different locations in a day. But what they can do is they can prioritize based the damn impact. So this particular widget is filtering out data based on a request based on the damage impact. This is filtering out based on the issue type or the request type. And if we scroll down, we can also see the dashboard based on due date. So if there is something which was old due and still haven't been done, that needs to be looked into through our superhero. If we scroll down a little bit, the team knows who is assigned to how many tasks and what they can look into. So Fantastic have 14 tasks, Static Shock has 6 tasks, and Mrs. Incredible have 15 tasks. And this can also help them understand the capacity that they have, what the capacity that they have based on the workload. Then this is the view where they can see the request based on progress statuses. So they know uh, out of all the 44 or 100 requests, how many are in progress, how many are saved, how many requests are completed, or how many are on hold, all that stuff. This particular widget is going to help them understand who is behind based on communication. So even if those are the superheroes, they need to be communicating with the team and the request that they receive. So if they are not looking into their notifications, or if there are tasks that are overdue, those will show up in here. And if they scroll down a little bit down further, they will be able to see requests mapped out in the entire world, so that they know where they need to go in order to work on those specific requests that are mapped out here. This is the dashboard for the team. Now, the incredible, which is quite similar, but it only shows her the data which is relevant to her. So all these numbers are based on the tasks that are assigned to her. So the total damage assigned to her that she needs to tackle into, if she clicks on it, she will be able to see specific requests. She will receive specific requests, be able to see specific requests, and then the property damage or the impact. Then she will be able to see her bottlenecks. She will be able to only see her lineup, because this particular dashboard is just for Mrs. Incredible. Now she don't have to go through all those 44 tasks in order to see what is assigned to her, what should be the priority. Since the task was added to the lineup, she knows that these are the 4 tasks that she needs to look into for today, without even going further into the lists or other requests that are assigned there. And the entire structure, the overall structure for this one is same. And then she will be able to see only the tasks which are only the requests which are relevant to her in the which are relevant to her or assigned to her. Now, if you want to see a step-by-step guide on how this sort of dashboard is created, I'm attaching a link in the chat, so that way you guys can see how you can actually make all these things inside ClickUp. Let me know what your feedback is in the link below, and I will be more than happy to answer any questions that you guys have here in the webinar. Or if you guys want to reach out later on, you guys can directly message me on my LinkedIn. The profile link is also attached below in the chat. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.